What's up guys, Hades here. So we have the new patch out, we have the new triss event, which is now called Wisdom Well, and I want to break down all the important aspects of this new event and if I think it's worth it or not. So the main changes here is it's no longer 1 in 150 to get the main legendary or epic pieces, right? And you don't get 12 anymore, you get 4. So mathematically, if we're looking at max effort, if you get on the 40th try, it takes 120 spins to get the 12 that you would have gotten. And in the past, it would take a maximum of 150 spins to get it. So the estimated value to get the same amount of fragments is higher. I also like the fact that you only need 40 coins to spin the event. 40 coins comes by pretty quick, but you wouldn't be able to spin the event in the other one until you got 150, so you had to wait a couple of weeks in a row to get 150 before you spend, just in case it didn't happen. So the first bonus here is that the estimated value is a little bit higher. You're going to get a few more of these fragments a little bit quicker, and you don't have to wait as long. So the two bonuses there. Now, the other bonus is the 5s and 10s are so much cheaper than they used to be. The 5s cost, or you get 4 for 5, which is crazy value compared to the 20s, which the 20s were the only thing available for a very long time. So the price has been much better for a while now. Now the fragments are much better, but now they've also changed the rewards, and these rewards are way better as well. So you're gonna get these selection chests, and they're based on elements. So this is the holy selection, this is the shadow selection, and then for some reason it repeats itself. So holy, shadow. And then the other one that's very interesting is the new skills: the time to shine, chaos storm, blood frenzy, and then the 3 new kvk skills, and coercive, which they're keeping in this event. And the interesting thing here is it actually doesn't tell you this, but I spun it a few times, and you get 15 boxes when this one lands. So if you land it 4 times, you get a full skill, which is fantastic. Now, where does this rank on the new kind of tier list? Well, we have the tier list here. I update this all the time. I think I used to have triss way down in C tier. It was absolutely terrible. They improved it a lot with the new packs, and I think I moved it into the B or A tier. I think it belongs high up in the A tier now. It might even be pushing its way into S. I'm still not a huge fan or a big believer in it, but I'm gonna actually put it, I think I'm gonna put it at the top of A. I think it's good enough to be at the top of A, which is a little surprising, but I think they've kind of hit the nail on the head with almost everything. This chest is really valuable, and it provides 15 fragments, which you can turn into dust. And then you're much more likely to get these fragments now. The frequency is much higher. And we haven't even talked about the dust you receive. So you get these cinder wishes. I think they're gonna change the name. But they added a bunch of stuff into the wish shop. First of all, if you haven't picked up all the key skills, that's something you should absolutely be doing. But now there are some really, really important artifacts that weren't here, and I'll point a few of them out. The first one is Trajan. It was really hard to find fire artifacts. Trajan and Siundiok. These artifacts have been almost impossible to get. They've only been available like 2 or 3 times. Most people only have them like 1 or 2 star max. The other one that a lot of people really want is YSS. I made videos about the top tier builds, meta builds, and YSS is in one of them, but his artifact was pretty much non-existent. There was only 1 or 2 chances to get it, and if you didn't pick it, you don't have it. And now this is available here. And keep in mind, making an artifact only costs 300 shards, which comes by very quickly when you're trashing or turning your skills into dust. It actually converts into about, they're only about $40 to $60 depending how you get the shards, and essentially free if you're, you know, using KVK skills to trash them or whatever. And then as you can see here, there's a few skill artifacts like Tokugawa's that haven't been here, like Louis, like Margaret. They updated this shop. It's more complete. There's almost everything you could ever want in here. So now you can put in a few things all together at the same time. You can spin for the Wisdom of Will. I highly suggest getting the 5s and a few 10s, or 5s and 10s, and max those if you're a higher player. I wouldn't suggest touching the 20s unless you're a big whale. Looking for the skill you want the most. Good ones. I think Infinite Firepower is the best all-around one, but if you don't use a mage, I think Drastic Action on Alex and Poseidon have been quite good. I think a lot of people have found value in Last Stand on a few heroes like Wukong and Poseidon, and then of course Anubis is very highly synergistic with attack and defense. So you kind of have to find your niche, what goes best here. These are all best in slot. So if you want to have a maxed out March, you need one of these. Every top tier March has something here, and if it doesn't, it's not at its absolute max. So you can work your way on these, and keep in mind, unlocking it is very difficult, but level 2, 3, and 4 only take like 8, 12, and 15 shards, and they come by really fast. And then 20 means you only have to get the 4 drop 5 times, which is quite simple in this new format. So the curve of getting them is easier, the obtaining of coins is much easier, the rewards are much more valuable. I find these ones very valuable, and then a few people will definitely find some of these valuable. I do not suggest blocking them out like this. I'm not a fan of this. You use 5 times more coins to get a 7% boost. That is terrible. I think you can just get more value just dropping them as ones and getting random stuff. But yeah, that's my breakdown. I do think it is now in the A tier. I think if they correct it, I believe the patch note said it was 30 per spin. If it goes to 30, I might put this S tier. It might even be near the top of S tier. But I still think Recharge is slightly better value if you just want the new skills. But Wisdom of Well, if you want to dive into legendary skills, I do think they're pretty important as you get into the top tier of the game, and I would consider it if it's within your budget. But yeah, if you like these kind of videos, let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.